So we are living in a world where we are starting to drown in complexity. Governments and companies have to make choices today that are increasingly impossible. What is the right economic policy? What is the right place to put an airport or to build a high-speed train network? We have the data. We're gathering so much more of it, and we'll continue to do that. We're even extracting models with machine learning. But these aren't enough, because we're dealing with a fundamental problem, the problem of emergent complexity. We can understand the motion of 1 million people in a crowd or 1 million objects within a system, but understanding what happens if we make a choice or if we change that network is still elusive. There is a solution, but it's an ambitious solution. We must recreate the world. We must build simulations at such massive scale and using so much compute power that we can accurately recreate the systems, the networks, the behaviors that define our choices. At Improbable, we have built an operating system called Spatial OS, designed to make this possible and so much more, which I will talk about. And here's an example of something we've built quietly with the British government. This is a complete simulation of a UK city. It's a model of the power grid, the telecoms network, the motion and interactions of people and basic economic activity. And it's a model of how one thing affects other things. So you can make a change in this simulation and see it reflected and ripple through the entire network. We've used this to look for vulnerabilities in the security and safety of the city. We've looked at it as a way of looking for optimizations. And this is still early work, the very beginning of what we can do. Imagine modeling all of the telco networks and all of the subscribers on Earth in a single simulation and using that to optimize the way we consider that infrastructure. But this is still not an ambitious enough goal. We're moving now into a world where automation and artificial intelligence will take away jobs from millions. We need new sources of meaning. We need new possibilities, new places to create meaningful economic activity. So let's build new worlds. We're using Spatial OS to power a completely new generation of games that go far beyond anything that has been possible before. These are worlds, not games, massive simulations incorporating millions of players simultaneously and enough space, detail, and complexity to create behaviors that have never been seen before. I'm sure many of you have interacted with games before, but what began as a toy is now turning into a meaningful subdimension of human activity and interaction. Now, I want to give you an idea of the scale and possibility that I'm talking about. This is what is possible today. Without us, without Spatial OS, games run basically on a single server. A few hundred players can interact at any one time, and the worlds themselves are limited and basic. With our technology today, we can already grow these to thousands of servers, interacting to create single worlds of very large scale. But our end ambition is to create something on the scale of a country. Imagine that. Millions of people in one world, a virtual world, with economic activity, with possibilities that for millions of people could create completely new sources of meaning and cash flow. We see this as the future. And like Masa said, it's all about partnership. So Spatial OS is an operating system enabling any company, any developer to build applications like this. And today, all you need to do is go onto our website, download an SDK, and begin development. And thousands of developers are already doing this. And we're beginning to partner with some of the biggest companies in both entertainment and other sectors today to make these worlds possible. Partnering with SoftBank was an obvious choice. There are too few people with the vision to see what is possible, not tomorrow, not day after, but decades from today. And what we're trying to do is lay the foundation for a new world. Telecommunications, connectivity, connected devices, sources of intelligence and information are all ingredients to build these new realities. And it's my aspiration to build those new realities together with Masa and with others, and to make this happen. Thank you.